guys, and welcome to episode 5 of the Wooden Model Project, my custom model series. Now, I regret to say my original cut of this video was accidentally deleted, so I'm recording over some audio over this picture here. So I'm going to turn a Gordon, not necessarily this Gordon, I'm turning a 2013 Gordon with a Ferdinand tender into the GNR Gordon. Now, let's get into the backstory about this model and what it means. Well, you see, before Gordon came to the Northwestern Railway, he worked, on the Great Northern Railway originally. He was designed by Sir Nigel Gresley as a prototype to the A1 series, and he was technically, he could be called an A0, as he wasn't really classified. He was just a test model to work out the kinks, to see what worked and what didn't work, and then based on his flaws and successes, the A1s were made. So he's a cousin of the A1, but not quite an A1. But anyways, in this original form, he had a much squarer tender, and the rest of him was very similar to that, just green with white lining. So that's what I'm going to do for this model. And you might say the Ferdinand tender has wood, so how are you going to turn that into a black hole tender? I'm just going to paint it later. So that's how I'm going to get around that. Now, a lot of you might say, I thought Gordon was from the LNER originally. Well, technically you're right, but he had around a total, somewhere between 1 week to like 3 months on the LNER, give or take. So, for my personal preference, I'm going to say that's not enough time for them to repaint him into the LNER colors. Well, this was after the Grouping Act. The Great Northern Railway was grouped in as a part of the London Northeastern Railway. So they had to repaint everything at the time. So I'm gonna say they didn't have they didn't repaint him into the LNR livery in my future for my Northwestern Railway Hand to use in making part 2, which is coming up in my production schedule. But anyways, this character, the Green Gordon, is gonna have quite a large role in that movie. Yes, enough said about that. So let's get to the painting of it. Let's put on the tape, and I'll show you the video after this.
Alright, as you can see, I painted him green, and then I put in a new layer of tape, and then what's partly showing, I'm going to paint white, not all of it obviously, but the areas that are tricky around that I taped over. So I'm going to put the areas in between the tape, in most cases white, and that will make it white lining. And then I'm going to peel it off, and then we still have 2 more tape layers to do to the tender, but then the main Gordon body should be done then. Alright, I've peeled off the tape, and this is what I have. I think it looks pretty dang good. I need to do 2 more layers of things on the tender. I need to put the Great Northern Railway GNR on the tender, as well as paint the coal black. That's all I have left to do. The main model's done. I'm not going to be touching it. And the tender's almost done, so let me come back after the tender's done. Okay guys, here is the finished Gordon. So as you can see, I think it turned out pretty well. The tender looks good with the GNR Great Northern Railway, and I think the lines turned out really good. I might go up and do some touch-ups to the wheels over time, but it's pretty well done now. And this will be appearing in Northwestern Railway 100 Years in Making Part 2. I'm not releasing too much information about it. And then I know people are going to ask me if they could voice act in the movie, and I will say there is going to be several open parts for season 2, which will take place right afterwards, and you can find those out in the link in the description. I posted a link to the Oliver Duck wiki, which is just a wiki on my channel, and the link page there is a list of all my voice actors, including open parts. So then based on any open parts, I just need a voice sample of what voice you have, and then I can see if you fit any of the parts, and then I'll be happy to give it to you if you fit the part, fit an open part the best out of anyone. So thank you for watching this, guys, and yeah, stick around, more coming soon.